Today we are focusing on our hip flexors for runners. They can become problematic. Maybe that you're tilting forward like this because they're tight. They're pulling your pelvis out of alignment. You may have low back problems, restricted hip extension. So when you're running, that's going to be super important. Your gait may be very short. Prolonged sitting shortens our hip flexors, and weak glutes. So today's routine will target a lot of these areas. We are going to start with foam rolling our hips, and then we will move into a glute bridge hold with marching. After that, we have weighted hip ups, slow split squats, and then we finish with a stretch. Today's routine is not about max reps or feeling the burn. It's about slow, controlled, intentional movements to restore function and increase muscular endurance. So it's all foundational work we can do in the off season. This is a great time to focus in on your imbalances and weak points so you can have a stronger running season ahead. So let's get started with the foam rolling. If you don't have a foam roller, you can massage your hips and your glutes with your hands. Feel your own bum. Just dig right in there. Okay, so I'm going to sit on my foam roller and start with this side. Just foam rolling the whole muscle, trying to get top to bottom. Woo! And then I'm going to move over on my side so I can get my glute med and glute min, which are a weak point for me. My glutes in themselves, the gluteus maximus, is pretty strong, but my min and medius, not so much. Also, you can rock like this on your foam roller to dig in as well. Okay, let's move to the other side. The other butt. The other butt cheek. There really is no right or wrong way to foam roll unless you just don't roll at all. You can do long rolls from top to bottom. You can do short ones and hyper focus on areas that you feel you need more of it. I know people get crazy over the technique of foam rolling, but honestly, just foam rolling in itself, if you're at that point and you're doing it, good for you. Don't worry about the technique. Just roll. Roll with it. Go by feel. You know your body best. Okay, now on the side to get the hips. Woo! Okay, that's it for foam rolling. If you want to do more, pause the video. Let's get down on the floor. We're going to do the glute bridge hold with the march. So here we are. Get comfortable. We're going to lift our hips up, making sure that we're not dumping in our low back. It's a slight tilt in the pelvis. And we're going to bring one leg up like this, and then the other leg. And we're going to go slow. We'll do 10 marches in total, 2 rounds. Get ready. Lift. Make sure your position is comfortable. Mine's a little loft. Okay, here we go. Lift and march. 1, 2. Keep the hips up. 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're not dumping in your low back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slowly lower. If you're dumping into your low back, if you're feeling that in your low back, you may be going too high. And if you find that you're not going too high, you probably could use a support. and just work on doing the march like that with a yoga block. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Lift up. Squeeze your glutes, tilt, and then lift. 1, 2. When I say tilt, it's like your tailbone is coming towards the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your hand on your bum. Hands on your bum and feel the muscles engage. We got 2 more. 1 more. Sweet. All right. Relax. And now we move on to the next exercise. So a weighted hip up goes like this. You sit in 90 degrees like this, and then you can use just your body weight, or you could take a light weight. So you come up like this, and when you do that, you're going to feel your hips stretch. You want to be careful that you don't dump into your low back when you come up. So then when you come back down, you're going to switch those over to the other side, and then come up and do the same exercise on this side. Now, I'm actually going to grab a weight while I'm up here. There we go. We're going to do 5 on each side, 2 rounds. So we'll pick a side, any side, doesn't matter. Get ready. And I like to hold my weight right here like this. Get ready, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And rest. Now that's a lot. That might feel a lot on your hips. If it does, you can sit out the next set. Just relax, let your hips recover. Or if you're enjoying it and it feels good, you want more, then get ready. Join me on the second set. This time we'll start on the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I may be going a little too fast. 8, 9, and 10. Good. You can extend the intensity of that exercise with a little longer pause at the top. Do it in small increments at a time so you don't cause too much strain. Next up, we're doing split squats, and we're going to do slow split squats. You do not need weights for this one. You're going to use your body weight, that's enough, but if you want to grab a weight, go right ahead. Split squat position like this. You're up on your back toe. You can use something to help balance you if you wish. You want to have a neutral spine, brace here, and do not dump into your low back again. So this one, you're really going to feel it in your hip flexors and in your quads. Go as low as you want to go. No pain, okay? So with pain, no gain. The goal here is not to cause pain. The goal here is to restore function and strength and mobility, okay? So always remember that. That's the purpose of this routine today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 8. 6, 7, 8. And switch to the other legs. We're doing 2 rounds. Switch to the other leg, and if you want to do more, you can always pause and do extra. Okay, assume the position, back toe, stability, brace core. Here we go. 1, stand nice and tall. 2, so you can really dig into the hip flexors. 3, if you're tilting forward, you're not going to be able to get that extension. 4, as big as an extension. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, switch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I'm going too fast. 6, 7, 8. Switch. Slow, controlled, intentional, purposeful, meaningful, mindful, all that stuff. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I can definitely tell the difference between my two hips. 4, this one is much more. 5, more open. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this hip is tighter. I can do a pistol squat on this leg, but I can't do a pistol squat on this leg, which I find funny because I have a torn ACL in this leg, completely severed in this knee, and fully intact on this one. Anyway, now we're gonna get down on the floor and do our kneeling hip flexor stretch. This is the last exercise for today's routine. 90-90 position like this. And my squeaky floor, oh, it drives me crazy. Okay, here we go. We're going to lunge forward slightly like that until you feel, and then bring the arm up, but do not hyperextend the back. Keep your neutral spine. Go as deep as you want to go, but keep it pain-free. Big, deep breath in. You can turn outwards if you want a little bit, and maybe to the side. It's a little deeper for me, especially on this side where I'm really tight. Woo! And then release and switch to the other side. Hold your stretches for at least 20 seconds minimum. You can do like 4 times 5 seconds if that feels better. Same thing, so you're lunging forward just slightly, keeping your spine neutral. You are not dumping in your low back. Bring the hand up for full extension of the hip flexors. Tilt if you want, so you can turn outward, and then you can turn to your side, like lean into this opposite side, if that works for you. Just make sure you're feeling it in the hip flexor and not in your low back. And the only reason why I say that is because sometimes when I move certain ways, I feel it in my low back. So I have to make these adjustments. And sometimes that means backing off the tension so I can stretch with more purpose. Okay, that's it. If you made it this far, I would love to know which exercise helped you the most, which one you feel is benefiting you the most. Also, you want to check out my mobility series that I released a while back. It's great for runners. It provides you with an at-home assessment protocol for mobility in your ankles, your hips, your T-spine, and your shoulders. And then it provides you with 3 corrective exercises in the routine. I will drop the link in the description below this video. I hope you enjoyed this today and it helps you. If it does, consider subscribing, tell your friends, and I hope you come back again and I see you more often. Be sure to comment so I know you're around. Have a fantastic day and bye for now.